It's Louise B for VIP Boxing, and I'm down here at TS Boxing in Liverpool. How are you doing?
I'm all good, how are you? Well, it's Widnes, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I've been in Liverpool. Yeah. I'm now in Widnes. I've done a little bit of a
sunny Widnes.
A northwest trip this morning in this beautiful weather.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with yourself, Leon. And how are you feeling?
I'm all good. Chipping away. Yeah.
And we've got you on a date. We've got you on the 8th of June at Liverpool.
Yes, 2 weeks this Saturday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming round. It's coming round. Yeah. And last time you were there, you took a little belt home with you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Grand Central Hall. Yeah. Central area title. Yeah.
Absolutely, and since then, you've been out again, and I'd love to talk to you about this later on, because for me this was really, really intriguing, the build up to it. So, last time out you were asked to go box on the BOXXER card against BEN WHITTAKER.
Yeah.
First of all, how did that come about?
How did that come about? So, I think it was like a last minute. I think the original opponent was unable to fight. I don't know if he got injured or whatever. And I think they looked at me and seen me as a suitable opponent. Obviously coming off that last win with the Central Area title. So yeah, I think it just made sense out of all the options.
And what was your kind of initial thought when that kind of call came through? When Terry sat down with you and said?
I was just all that was in my head straight away. It was just what an opportunity, what a massive opportunity. Just to be on a BOXXER. To be on a BOXXER card straight from a small hall show, like all I've been on is the small hall show, so to be put on a card as big as that, it's a massive jump, but it was an opportunity I couldn't say no to.
And it's an opportunity, like you say, you took and you grabbed with both hands and actually really excelled in there, Leon. It was an incredible performance from yourself, and you really asked some questions of Ben in the ring.
Yeah. We didn't have much time to prepare, obviously, it was being a short notice, but I tried to use all the tricks up my sleeve that I had. He's a very, very tricky opponent, as everyone knows. And yeah, I think I surprised quite a lot of people, and I surprised myself a little bit as well, to be honest.
Did you have an expectation of how that fight was going to go? Obviously, like you say, you didn't have time to plan. It was only a couple of weeks after the win at Liverpool, wasn't it?
Well, with it being Ben, it's going to be very hard for you to win on points. So to be honest, all that was going through my head was try and catch him with a big shot. Try and counter, try and play him at his own game, and just try and do things unexpected, like feint with him, all that stuff. But it's obviously easier said than actually doing it. But majority of it paid off with what I wanted to do. So yeah. And
that cheeky little left hook that we see you have so much success with, that played a big part in that fight again as well. It was something again that people find really tricky to stay out of the way of.
Yeah, I kept just missing him a few times, or I'd just catch him at the top of the head. I caught him a couple of times with it. But he's just a very, very tricky opponent to land on, and obviously, you know how good he is punching as well. But yeah, I'm happy with my performance.
And so I'm going to move on to the fact that you've actually been back and sparred Ben since then.
Yeah.
But what did you learn from that fight going into this next fight on the June card?
From that fight, I won't say there's anything major that I learned. It's probably so hard to actually pinpoint what I've learned, but I would have picked up so many things on that fight that I've not realised. It's the same thing from sparring. You walk away from a spar, people will say, have you learned anything off it? It's not necessarily that you know what you've learned, you've just picked up probably a lot of little things.
Doesn't it? Inside the body and the brain a little bit.
You just pick up tiny little things. It might be the tiniest hand movement, feet movement, anything, but you pick up tiny things as you go on. That's why it's just activity's key and sparring's key, and just little improvements every time.
So going into that conversation about sparring, so you get the phone call to go and box on the Sky card. You take a couple of rounds. You gave a fantastic performance in the count with yourself. How do we go from that to the call to go back into count with Ben and supporting this card?
Well, it was easy, an easy process, to be honest. There was no hard feelings there.
Was there a mutual respect between the two of you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. We're both boxers at the end of the day. We both know how hard it is. the work you've got to put in inside and outside the ring. And yeah, I think behind closed doors, you know, most boxers are genuine, good people. You might play a certain character when the cameras come up. Yeah, its majority is full of good hearted people. Yeah.
Well, it must be because, absolutely, like I say, you've accepted and you've been back and you've shared a few rounds.
Yes, just another person to spar. It's good to constantly mix it up as many different styles you can when you spar, and you don't want to be sparring the same person every time. So yeah, it's good to get around it.
So more locally then, who are you moving around with?
Locally.
Locally.
Who was the last spar with? I've been sparring in-house.
Yeah.
In-house a lot. I sparred in or outside ever since Ben. Kind of thing. Who was sparring? I think it's just Ben. Ben's the only other outside spar I've done. I've done people inside the ring. We've got sparring lined up for next week or so.
Yeah.
Sparred Linden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were decent rounds. Hope to get more work.
Completely different style though, to like Ben Whittaker and Jake Barton that you boxed up for the area title.
Yeah, different styles, but it's what you need.
Yeah.
You need to constantly be shocking the body, see how it adapts to different
pressures,
styles. Yeah. So it's just mixing it up.
It sounds good. We've not got an opponent for you just yet for this one. Has your outlook on or your goals for this year changed off the back of the Central Area win, off the back of a bigger performance, or is it a case of just staying busy and taking the right fights at the right time?
Yeah, the goal is just the same. Ideally, we do want to try and go for an English by the end of the year, if possible. If it's the right opponent, right opportunity. Yeah, the goal's still the same. We're in no rush, but we don't just want to be sitting on these sidelines either. So yeah, just being patient and let the opportunities come.
You're so laid back, aren't you? You'll just take it as it comes. And when the phone rings, you're like, yeah, I've got gloves, I'll travel.
Yeah, if it makes sense, if it's right. Yeah.
It sounds like it makes sense. It makes sense,
yeah,
right?
you've got to be smart in this game. You can't make any rash decisions. You need a good team around you to help you as well. And
talking about your team, how important is that relationship that you've got with Terry in taking the right fight, in bringing in the right sparring partners, and doing your camps for each other?
It's so important. I couldn't obviously ask for a better coach, a better relationship than what I have with Terry and Jamie Walsh, my other coach. Terry's dad, Nigel, he's like my dad as well. We're all a family here, and everyone has their opinion on the decisions, and you sort of come together and agree on it. But it is so important. Boxing's a hard game. You need a good, solid team around you that have you in their best interests. So.
Well, it certainly looks like they've got that for you, and we're excited to have you back on another VIP show in association with Nelson and Trinity Entertainment as well. But we're going to do a bit of a VIP top 10, aren't we? Shall we do it? All right, so it's 10 quick fire questions. Okay, let's give it a go. So, are you ready?
Ready.
These are the most important questions of the day, just saying. Night in or night out?
Oh, night in, 100%.
Beach holiday or city break?
Beach holiday, 100%. Especially if you live in here, in Widnes.
Unless you're a duck, this weather is not fun.
Yeah. Anything with sun's better.
100%. Favourite cheat meal?
Favourite cheat meal? Pizza. Pizza, easy, yeah.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee, 100%.
Football or rugby?
Rugby. I used to be a rugby player myself. I am absolute shambles at playing football. Barely watch football. Don't barely watch rugby either, but I used to be a rugby player, so I have some sort of I can relate to it a little bit. Yeah.
Better Biev or Bivon?
I'd say better Biev, but because of the age, I could lean to Bivol a little bit. It all decides on obviously the fight with
It's a
them
great
both.
fight,
But
isn't
they're both up there with the very best at the moment. Yeah.
Guilty pleasure workout music. Now there's none going on in here at the moment.
Workout music.
If you had the gym to yourself,
I
what would
was,
you?
I was in the gym late last night, I think at 10 o'clock. What was I playing? I was playing, it's not really guilty pleasure though, it's just like the typical like UK like house music, just
You doing all the
nothing.
big fish, little fish cardboard box?
You could say that if you wanted to, yeah. But just music, you can get a good solid workout into. Can't really work out with like chilled music or like country or something like that.
You will be surprised in some of these top 10 answers. We've had country music in there. Yeah.
There you go then.
Dream fight destination.
Dream fight destination. MSG.
Yeah.
Defo.
That's the top choice, that one. Favourite film?
Favourite film. Ooh. Favourite film.
So you've got your pizza, you've got your coffee, you're going to put the telly on. What are we watching?
First Avatar, I'd say. Watch the second one.
Good choice!
The second one is really good, but the first one was just so, like, just different to everything.
It captured the imagination, didn't it? Really?
Avatar 1.
It was class. And the most important question, favourite fighter of all time, dead or alive?
The person I've watched the most of, it's got to be Canelo. And I can relate to Canelo as well.
I was just going to say, I can see a bit of that in you actually.
It's got to be Canelo, yeah.
Love it. That is your VIP top 10. Thanks so much,
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.